God. Is there a God? A huge percentage of our world believe in this particular being, but does he exist, and who is he? God is the living supreme being that created the universe. Nevertheless, is there evidence that this supreme being actually exists? Many different philosophers in time have created alternate theories which prove and question his existence. Today we shall be talking about some of these famous philosophers and about some of their key points and theories. The cosmological argument was created by a man called Thomas Aquinas in the 12th century, trying to express the existence of God. The theory literally states that nothing comes from nothing and that everything has a cause and effect. This refers to the existence of God by saying that the world could not have just been there and that God must have created it. So Thomas Aquinas used the idea of dominoes, saying that if dominoes are left, they won't move, but if something pushes one, the rest will fall. This is the analogy used by Thomas Aquinas to try and prove God's existence. Negatives to this argument were that the Big Bang could have created the world, that it doesn't state that the Christian God created the universe, that it was biased because Thomas Aquinas was a Christian, and that God could have created the universe but then could have abandoned us or somehow died. The design argument was created by a man called William Paley, a priest in the Church of England. He based his argument on the idea of a watchmaker. For example, when you look around, you will find things such as the camera and the eye. Both these things are very similar, as in the camera there is a diaphragm which opens and closes the lens, and just like the camera, the eye has an iris which opens and closes it. When we see a camera, we might see some writing on it showing who made it, for example Sony, but on an eye there is no writing, no evidence showing who might have created it. William Paley claimed that God created it, and that God created all natural objects like rocks or plants. The negative things of this argument are that it doesn't totally prove God's existence, that God could have died or he might have abandoned us, or who and what could have created God. Where do our morals come from? Our parents, schools, or the environment we live in? Hastings Rashdall's argument is questioning where our morals come from. Hastings tried to say that when God created us, we were robot-like, and then God programmed us with our morals, and since that day, we have developed. But others believe that when we are younger, when we break things, for example, when you might break a window, you might just feel quite happy and smug. But later in life you will have a guilty conscience and feel bad about what you have done.
En toen ging hij een batterijtje erin. En toen deed hij voor mij het goed. En toen deed jij ook een batterijtje erin. En toen deed hij voor jou het niet. En toen pakte hij snel die van mij af. En toen deed hij en toen ging hij gelijk gebruiken. En nou is het flink niks over. Vind je het heel leuk hoor.
What a bent. Anyway, so that is how our morals could change during our lifetime, and some people believe that it could be affected by the people around us and the environment we live in. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy